up, Mr. Freeman. Wake up and smell the ashes.
Let's talk about Valve, the company that brought us everything from Counter-Strike to Team Fortress and the explosive action of Half-Life to the crazy multiplayer chaos of Left 4 Dead 1 and 2. Not only have they given us some of the most iconic games in history, but they've also managed to inject themselves into every part of gaming culture, creating a marketplace for virtual hats and an industry-wide obsession with Noam Chomsky. But behind every legendary game lies the fascinating story of a company that changed the gaming industry and left a large mark on technology, entertainment, and gaming as a whole. Valve didn't start as the gaming juggernaut it is today. It only started with two ex-Microsoft employees, Gabe Newell and Mike Harrington. Both were widely successful at Microsoft, contributing heavily to the early Windows days. But they weren't satisfied with simply being cogs in the Microsoft machine. They had bigger dreams. So in 1996, they left Microsoft and started their own company. Their goal was not so simple: to revolutionize the gaming industry. Their first project was Half-Life, which debuted in 1998, and it was a game-changing in every sense of the word, combining a gripping cinematic and narrative story with seamless gameplay. It wasn't just a shooter, it was an experience. Half-Life swapped traditional cutscenes in favor of environmental storytelling and immersive design, allowing players to uncover the story through the world. It completely changed what a first-person shooter could be and set the stage for future innovations within the genre. But Valve didn't stop there. While Half-Life could have been a one-hit wonder, they knew they needed to keep innovating to survive in a rapidly evolving gaming industry. So they pulled up their big pants and got to work. Valve's next major hit came not from their own minds, but from their willingness to embrace the modding community. They acquired Team Fortress, originally a Quake mod, and transformed it into a fully realized game. Then came Counter-Strike, a Half-Life mod that evolved into one of the most iconic competitive shooters of all time. By embracing these fan-created projects, Valve not only cemented its reputation as a champion of players, but also demonstrated an ability to recognize untapped potential. Counter-Strike, with its simple yet addictive bomb planting and defusal gameplay, became the gold standard for online shooters. Its emphasis on skill and strategy captured the imagination of gamers worldwide, and laid the groundwork for esports. And then there was Team Fortress 2, released in 2007 after a decade of development. It wasn't just a game, it was a cultural phenomenon. With its phenomenal art style, humor, and innovative class-based gameplay, TF2 became a staple of online gaming and one of the first games to experiment successfully with microtransactions through Hat Economy. The game itself has been continuously played to this day, and though it has been plagued by issues, Valve has updated the game and continuously kept it thriving. While Valve was busy redefining genres, they were also laying the foundation for a massive shift in the industry. In 2003, they launched Steam, a digital distribution platform originally designed to handle patches and updates for their games. At first, it was met with skepticism. Internet speeds weren't great, and gamers were not used to buying digital copies of their games. But Valve saw the future of gaming, but not without new and unique consequences. By 2007, Steam had evolved into a full storefront, offering games from third-party developers alongside Valve's own titles. Its success was wide-ranging and unexpected, creating a hub for PC gaming and opening the doors for indie developers to reach global audiences. Steam was not just a platform, it was a revolution, changing game distribution and giving a voice to small developers, making games more accessible than ever. However, this success came with its own challenges. As Steam's library grew, so did concerns about quality control. The flood of games, ranging from masterpieces to barely functional crashful and lackluster cash grabs, led to criticism that Valve wasn't doing enough to curate their platform. Features like early access blur the line between finished and unfinished products, creating an uncertainty as to the quality of the product in which you received. Valve's internal structure also played a part and is a bit wacky, and as a result has created some, well, strange results. The company operates without a real boss and employee structure, allowing employees to choose the products they want to work on. This flat structure has been shipped as a model for creativity and innovation, trying to foster an environment where the best ideas rise to the top. But the lack of leadership and it has heavy downsides. Without clear direction, projects have consistently stalled or stopped indefinitely. Employees have reported issues with the lack of accountability and guidance, leading to a lot of burnout and inefficiency. While Valve's culture has produced some of the most iconic games in history, it has also contributed to long development cycles and the notorious lack of new releases. Yet in recent years, Valve has expanded its focus beyond Steam, in the form of the Steam Deck, a handheld gaming device, which has been hailed as a game changer, bringing PC gaming on the go with access to even things like Windows. Meanwhile, their investment in virtual reality, exemplified by the Valve Index and Half-Life Alyx, has pushed the boundaries of immersive gaming, while pushing our patience by teasing a new Half-Life game that was not even in the works or similar to the traditional sense. Valve's ventures into hardware shows their willingness to take risks and innovate in new spaces. While not every project has to be a runaway success, they still show some attempts at innovation, but dismiss what would really bring interest back to them as a game studio and not as a game distributor. Of course, no discussion of Valve is complete without addressing the elephant in the room, a lack of threes. The long-awaited sequels to Left 4 Dead and Half-Life and Team Fortress to a certain extent has become a running joke in the community, further showing Valve's reluctance to commit to new game releases. But when Valve does release a game, it's often worth the wait. But even though we did get Half-Life Alyx, it still lacked that similar touch that we wanted and frankly needed. As the game industry sinks deeper into this hole of AAA games, it would be nice to have a refreshing taste of pure fun, and a game that releases in its fullest form. Through its highs and its lows, Valve remains one of the most influential companies in gaming. They have redefined genres, distribution, and introduced concepts that have become industry standards. Whether they're making games, platforms, or hardware, Valve's impact will always be massive. Through thick and thin, we will all be here waiting and waiting through each Game Awards, Steam event, and new claimed game leak. But even though we'll be waiting, I still really do want to play that Deadlock game whenever it comes out because I can't get access to it because nobody will give it to me even though I give all the things. Anyway, bye-bye.